And while Netherlands, they are no strangers to walking out for matches in the Open Nordic tournament. But for India, the surroundings are surely not familiar. But as a tournament is not, it is in fact which they want to change it, and it all starts here. And taking experience from a couple of friendlies in Europe as preparations for the FIFA Under 17 Women's World Cup, which is to be played in India in the month of October. This tournament will be a great learning experience for the young players. And those two friendlies in the past now, in football, one is always forced to look forward. And it will be different. It is going to be difficult. It will be demanding as well. But if you work hard enough, it will also be very, very rewarding. And so the dust has settled on a perfect start for Netherlands and a historic start to the tournament for India as well, as we are here again to kick it up as both the teams stand in attention for the national anthem. And now let's have a look at the lineups of Netherlands for this evening. Look at the number three, Rene Van Asten. Brenda, the number one, is going to be between the sticks. And Van Egmond, all eyes will be on her, the number 11. She is expected to score the goals up top for Netherlands. And she is going to be assisted by Anissa, the number 12. And Jade Van, the number 15. She will have the freedom to drift and dazzle out wide and send in those curling crosses for the likes of Van Egmond to finish inside the box. They've also got the likes of Nettie and Jasmine, the number 18. It looks like a very decent lineup for Netherlands this evening against India. And now over to the Indian team, and this is what Thomas Deneby has gone with. It is a pre 4-2-3-1 system with Melody Chanu keeping her place between the sticks, and Asta Murad, the left full back, is the skipper of the side. And Anita Kumari, Nitu Linda, number 18, she was a star performer for India during the SAF Under-18 Championship, which India lifted a couple of months back in Jamshedpur. And she will hope to continue her reach reign of form. Purnima Kumari and Anita Kumari also getting a start this evening against the Netherlands in the opening game of the Open Nordic football tournament. India will hope not to be regretful, and both the teams know this is the international competition for the young guns, and to go far, you must be brave, like that. And we will be hoping that the match day one starts with a flurry as far as this tournament goes. And the finals of this tournament to be played on 7th July. It is going to be a very good preparation camp for India ahead of the World Cup. It's going to be a learning experience. The players will get exposed to different kind of weather conditions, different kind of tactics. They'll have a chance to rub shoulders against some of the top players in the world. The kickoff coming your way very soon. as both the teams getting ready. And India, of course, in blue, the Dutch team in orange. So we are all set for kickoff here. Match number one in the Open Nordic Football Tournament in Norway. Live streaming is available on the Indian football team's official YouTube channel. Straight away, it's a give up from the Indian defensive unit. Straight away, a chance for Netherlands. It clatters off the woodwork, and Melody Chanu did get a hand onto it, and in the end comes off the crossbar. A very big let off for the Indian side. It was a very cheap giveaway inside the defensive third, and straight away Netherlands showing what they are capable of producing in the final third. A very quick cutback from the left hand side towards the edge of the area. The attempt on goal was tipped over by Melody Chanu, and also getting some help from off the woodwork. Here comes Netherlands again. Stoop down the right hand side. She has got Astam around to deal with. Cuts inside, goes past a couple of challenges. And a very vital intervention from Shubhangi. Takes her towards the corner flag, and now support arriving in the form of Jade Van. A throw in for Netherlands. There's going to be a challenge for the likes of Purnima and Anita to stop those flying players down either side in the likes of Neti and Jasmine. Let's see whether India can play the brand of football which the head coach, Thomas Denevy, would like them to play against this strong Dutch side. They lost against Italy 7-0 in the first pre-season friendly. As Netherlands, Jasmine takes it towards the byline. A decent block coming in from India's number 20 Kajal. The women's in blue getting numbers back behind the ball. Defending right from the off. And the Dutch side piling on the pressure. A couple of minutes on the clock. An early hint of how this game are going to pan out. What is going to be the pattern of play from this Dutch side. They're expected to attack. An early pressure on India. In comes the corner. Sent into a danger area. It was a decent delivery. An in-swing floater. And troubles for Melody Chanu. She misjudged the flight of the ball. But it was somehow cleared by Kajol, the number 8. And goal kick. The back four for India this evening. The number 2 Anita, the right full back, and Astam Rao, the skipper of the side. And Kajal is going to pair alongside Babina in the heart of defence. And those two holding midfielders. The creativity, the playmaking responsibility is going to fall into the shoulder of Nitu Linda. We'll come back to that. An early chance again for the Dutch side. And it has gone into the back of the net. And Netherlands have opened their account within the first 4 minutes of this game. And India straight away on the back foot. It has opened up so kindly on the right hand side for this Dutch side. And managing to beat Melody Chanu at her near post as the ball just went underneath her and bulges the net. And India go down early in this game. It's going to be a mountain to climb for them up against a team who are quite high in terms of the ranking and also in terms of and technique. It's going to be a problem for this Indian side, especially when you are a team higher ranked than you and you go down early. They'll have to reorganize the books again. And this is Rene. Wide on the far left. Excellent combination play. But on this occasion, Babina playing a spoil sport, kept in play. It has eventually crossed the line for a throw in. A chance for Thomas Deneby to also test his bench and probably give a game time to each and every player. It is important to keep them match fit ahead of the showpiece tournament. Still, there is time. This tournament is going to be of massive importance in terms of making the team play together as a unit to get those combinations right. Once again, here comes the Netherlands. The last touch coming off an orange shirt. And goal kick for India then. And the likes of Naketa, Varshika on the bench, available for India this evening. Naketa was a regular starter under Thomas Deneby in the SAF Under 18 Championship. This is number 14, Stoop, who rolls it across to her defensive partner, Worley. Tried to play that ball in behind the Indian defense, but stood firm there. Nastam Rao leading the back line for India this evening here. The women in blue certainly under the cosh here. They are chasing this game. As you can see, and almost 11 blue shirts inside their own area. The Dutch team maintaining a high line in defense. The only player up top is the number 8, Kajol, stepping into the attacking half. A slow passing build up from this Dutch side. This is Laya's goal, separating these two teams. Her 5th-minute strike. Now searching for another opening. Might be through on goal here. Steps across and makes that vital challenge. All the defending to do here for India. Just struggling to work the ball out of danger areas. Trying to stay close to each other. Squeeze every inch of space near the defensive third. And this Netherlands side is so skillful. So quick on the ball. Quick on the turn as well, and this time hits the underside of the post, and the rebound is turned in from close range. 2-0 Netherlands. And they take the lead just like that again. As the women's in orange double their money here against this young Indian team. Who are, of course, much ahead than this Indian side in terms of physicality, in terms of skill and technique and basic football as well. All those first touches, an urgent movement of the ball from the left to right. And they play the ball around with certain ease. So easy on the eye. Almost weaving it through the eye of a needle. And Melody Chanu beaten for the second time in this game. Another build up from the right hand side. This time the cross is the floater. Went up for it. It was Jasmine. Mistimed her jump by half a second. And the ball just soars above her for a throw in. Can they make something of this? The team in blue down the line, and off goes Anita Kumari. She is quickly brushed off. Excellent tracking back there from Anisa, the number 12. Just 2 minutes on the clock, and the Indian side trailing by 2 goals to nil. Just a thought on where the score line gonna end after 90 minutes. Will there be another humiliation for the Indian team, or will they manage to bounce back? What remains to be seen. Here comes a near post run, and India have managed to pull one back here. A lapse of concentration there from the goalkeeper Brenda, and just squeezing it into the back of the net. And just against the run of play, India have pulled one back here against Netherlands, and it's 2-1 on the 11th minute mark. What a start to this game. 3 goals already within the first 11 minutes. Give it away. And here comes India again. This time, let's stay strong. The centre back, Anita Kumari, she's got options. Number 16, Shubhangi, was making that overlapping run from the right hand side. A throw in for India. And Anita up from her designated right full back's position to take this throw in. Turns away from her marker, sending this one in towards the far side. No one in blue is waiting. And Netherlands, they come away with the ball. Getting caught out there. India trying to crowd out Netherlands in midfield. But it is in physicality where they are struggling at present. The confirmation of the goal scored by India on the 12th minute mark. Scored by Neha, the number 7. And now free kick for India. She will look to send this one straight inside the penalty area. It's a good looking ball in. Might be a chance for the equalizer from a tight angle. And Brenda draws a wonderful save. I think the flag had already gone up. It's been given as a free kick in favour of Netherlands. Finally, India pushing up and showing some attacking intent. That goal giving them a lot of confidence. High pressure from the Indian team, as you can see. 4 blue shirts inside the Dutch area. And they tried keeping a low block in the beginning of the game, where they planned to sit back and hit the Dutch team on the counter. That didn't quite work out. Those quick fire double from the Dutch team, putting them in a spot of bother, but now they've managed to pull one back, and just a glimmer of hope, managed to get some kind of freshening up. Kills the bounce there. The door opens up down the right hand side towards the byline. It's a teasing delivery. Gets a glove onto it, but she's nowhere around now. Clearance of the line, not very far. Once again, it's saved on the line. Back-to-back saves from the team in blue. It's all happening here. A chaotic moment inside India's box. But India finally come out of jail here. The Dutch team just inviting India to go for the pressing ball. Good to see the Indian team not falling into the trap, no unnecessary running or pressing. That can open up midfield, and they're just letting Netherlands have the ball inside their own half until and unless someone from midfield starts breaking those lines, not getting sucked into that trap. But they might have to do that in order to beat that back four, because they are trailing by a goal. The onus is on them to go all out and probably get the equalizer. But at the same time, they got to make sure they keep the organization in place. They maintain the discipline at the back and try and stay compact. The Dutch team slightly has gone off the boil after making that quick start. As they are still well in control of this game. There's an interesting run from Jed Van. And now Netty. And the give and go didn't work out. Foiling the party this time is Babina. There's the dynamic midfield duo of Shubangi and Babina. It's going to be very crucial. Both of them, in fact, are very crucial to the plans of Thomas Deneby. And they're trying to park the bus, leaving a lot of gap down the flanks. It is a diamond system with the wide midfielders attacking infield to plug the gap and support the two central midfielders. In that bargain, leaving a lot of gap on the flanks for the opposition to exploit. That is how you track back. Just a lesson from Rene, Netherlands number 3. A ball played over the top, slightly behind her, only momentarily. Now support arriving down the left hand side. That particular challenge is deemed as a foul, and free kick for Netherlands from about 20 yards out. And the first booking of the game as well. Anita booked for that clumsy challenge. It is a decent angle to shoot from, conducive for a right footer. It looks like it is the number 11, Van Egmond, who will be taking this eventually. She leaves it for Anissa, the number 12. Both of them involved on that particular set piece. Maybe something coming off the training pitch. Van Egmond goes away. So it is Anissa who will be taking this. The Netherlands looking for the insurance goal. A breakneck beginning to this game. Only 2 in the wall. Here goes Anissa right through the gap. That was a tame right footer. And no problem whatsoever for Melody Chanu. She got down on time. And those 2 goals considered by her very little as she could have done. The Indian defense falling apart. Two classy movements from Netherlands. It is an experience for this young Indian team as well. These are the kind of challenges they'll have to face during the FIFA Under 17 Women's World Cup. They're placed in the same group with that of Brazil, Morocco, and USA. A much tougher challenge awaits. The senior India women's team also having an exposure trip in Europe at present. In the first game, they lost against Sweden by a solitary goal, conceded on the 97th minute mark. Did remarkably well to hold them till the 97th minute. If not for Talima Chibbers, if not for Aditi Chauhan's mistake, the game would have ended in a nil-nil. And more on that later. Coming back to this game, India almost playing into the hands of Netherlands and dancing to the tunes of the girls in orange. Uh, Can the women's in blue produce their own music here? Found the gap wonderfully. And Van Egmond, she gets there with her pace. There's the cutback. The clearance comes off an orange shirt. Once again, Egmond, she is involved. The side foot attempt sets up for a shot. A decent block coming in just at the right time. And that could have been a breakaway move for India. Now the back tidying up for Netherlands. Egmond again. The ball was slightly away from her this time. Once again losing out on the physical battle. Having plenty of the ball in the first 22 minutes. There's still a long way to go in this game. The score line may not depict a clear picture of how India is playing so far. There's been very little from the team in blue in terms of going forward. Just one chance and they've managed to make that particular opportunity count. And credit goes to Neha. Excellent presence of mind. Slipping it underneath the goalkeeper, Brenda. And this is how things stand now. Laya and Eva, two goal scorers for Netherlands, and Neha scored for India. Van Egmond again. This time, Melody read the danger, leaving her mark. Very aware of her surroundings, Melody Chanu. It's turning out to be a defense versus offense affair. India got to try and muster up something on the other side of the pitch. Jade Van. This is Rennie. Verley. Netherlands exploiting mostly India's right flank, where the number 2 Anita Kumari is stationed. And she is already on a yellow. She'll have to be careful with her challenges. Another corner for Netherlands. Corner taking shot. Gets the block in place. Excellent work there from Neetu Linda, doing her share of defensive duty. Now surrounded by two blue shirts and eventually lost the ball. India can throw on a counter here. Striding forward is Kajol. Kajol away from one but couldn't go past the challenge of Anisa. One more attack then. India conceding another corner. Working the channels wonderfully. This Netherlands team. It's a very narrow system from the team in blue. Leaving a lot of gaps on the flanks. The full backs and the wide midfielders bombing down the channels and delivering those crosses inside the box, which is at times troubling this Indian team. They've got a lot of height inside the box available, and this time chance for a side volley. Gone out of play. She wonderfully ghosted into acres of space and was shaped up for that side volley. And luckily for India, it crossed the line. And live action coming your way from the Strømmen Stadium in Norway. Only on the official YouTube channel of the Indian football team. This might open up for India. There is support on the left, but she jumps over the challenge, Kajal. Just that extra touch in the end. And she was almost through on goal, Kajal. Riding the first challenge. Second touch letting her down. Her eyes lit up when she saw that space ahead of her. Maybe got overexcited. That extra touch taking away the chance from India. A shot from the edge of the area. It's sliced. An easy collection for Melody Chanu. Snatched away by India. Given away almost immediately. India got to try and eat into position. In order to bounce back, they need to have more of the ball under their grasp. They have to impose themselves in midfield. The half an hour mark here. Netherlands 2, India 1. And India have a free kick to defend here. Maybe the first change of the game is what we hear. There's Anita Kumari, who's been taken off. And in comes the number 3. That is Naketa. She is a central defender. You can see, you just hear Thomas Deneby on top of his voice. Coming from Sweden, he knows the style, the pattern of his team's prefers. Oh my word, what a breathtaking strike! Talk about pulling a rabbit out of the hat. What a mind-boggling finish that was. Almost 35 yards out. Incredible stuff. What a strike. Went in like a tracer bullet. Melody Chanu did get her hands onto it, but it wasn't substantial enough to keep it out. The ball almost pierced through her. A world-class finish. An astounding finish. And it's 3-1 here. It's not done yet. They're hungry for more. And this time she stops it from going in. Sharp turn. That comes off an orange shirt, falls eventually for an Indian player. Free kick for India finally. There's something going their way. It was Worley's strike. The centre half from 35 yards out. You just simply cannot take your eyes off that goal. Thomas Deneby just asking his side to be watchful, to watch the ball till the last minute. India wins it here. Anita Kumari falling slightly short of her. Quickly closed down. By Stoke. Van Egmond. This is excellent combination play from India. Much better. Snatched away. Dragging it out wide. Spreading the game on the flanks, trying to stretch the Indian defense to open up the center. And that is the plan.
Bring the team up, girls.
And keeping the wings very active. Just working this Indian side from left to right, and she will eventually get there before the keeper. She rounds off Melody Chanu. 3 orange shirts waiting in the middle. On the edge of the area, might be an easy finishing for Anisha. She turns towards the on-rushing right fullback Rene. Laid back towards Anisha. It's a high ball. Straight to the keeper. She plucks it out of the air quite comfortably. Melody Chanu. Anissa was looking for Van Egmond at the back post. India still fighting for the ball. And they put up some kind of fight here. Kajal with the throw in. She got to take it once again. Now free kick for India from a very good position. Now they will look to make something of this particular opportunity. You can see 70% Possession of the ball in favor of the Dutch side, 30% in favor of India. This has been the tail of this first half. Basket. Brenda, no damage done. The Netherlands were looking for a quick counter. Nicely navigated by the Indian team. And now stringing few passes together of their own. The team in blue. That particular goal scored by Neha will do her
Go
confidence
back,
a world of good.
guys! Hey!
An evening to remember for the number 7 as scoring against Netherlands.
Up, up! Up a little! Go, Manita!
Playing the ball to feet. Slow passing build up from Netherlands. The moment they enter the final third, they ups the ante. They increases the tempo of the game with those quick passes. Tries to outfox the Indian defense. Worley sweeping ball out wide. The support arriving towards the right corner of the penalty area. She was looking for support. It did come. Just taking too much time on the ball and clearing her lines. Allowing Netherlands to pounce onto the mistake and repair the attack. This free kick goes against her this time. Finally, a sigh of relief for this Indian team. It's been a very windy evening here in Norway. When we talk about Norway, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu comes to mind, the only Indian player who played his club football in Norway and also featured in the Europa League, and that's quite an achievement.
Go back, Anita! Go, 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 Anita!
That's one for him to talk to his grandchildren's.
Now go back!
Once again with that burst of pace, a lot of space down the right hand side. A telling ball comes in, but Melody Chanu once again called into action. Dives to her left and palms it behind. Waves of attacks mounting inside the Indian box. And they are currently in 6s and 7s. A real test. Just trying to crowd out Melody Chanu. Lots of orange shirts present in the middle. In comes the delivery. As the header. She was completely unmarked. Made that decoy run. Just went towards the near post, escaping her marker, getting the header. Just went over the bar. Deneby just streaming and asking his team to maintain the shape, close down the gaps, probably try and keep a closer eye on Van Egmond. She was left free on the left hand side. Another corner for Netherlands. Finding a lot of joy down the right is Netty.
Inte målgas! Hoppsan, trycker sidor!
Yanisa, the number 12, is the side's box to box midfielder, making those late entries into the box and also falling back, affecting the game both ways, offensively and defensively. A flag has went up. That won't count. Ruled out for offside.
Bang, stay there. Stay there.
Rene searching for options, shifting it to the right. That's too long for Stoop to chase.
No! Someone needs to go to press first!
Just keeping it out of the legs of the Indian team, holding it up nicely, angling it towards Verley. Once again, she tries her luck from distance. Was successful on the first occasion, but this time blocked by a blue shirt. As we approach towards the end of the first half, it's Netherlands 3, India 1. Just a few seconds of regulation time remaining.
Ready, dogs? Ready! Kom här! Pedro!
And that's much better from India. Anita Kupari with a wonderful ball down the middle. And there's going to be a booking, a reckless challenge. And free kick for India. A chance for them to reduce the margin before going in for the break.
Aketa, go for it. need to get back. The two and the nine on the other side.
Now free kick for India from a promising position. Naketa takes it. Almost a lucky deflection, falls to a blue shirt, and now she gets into a crossing position. Players in orange converging. Now whistle has gone from the referee.
And Anita, bend
And that's the half-time whistle. Netherlands go into the break, being on driver's seat against India, with goals from Laya, Iva, and the centre back Verley. It's Neha who pulled one back for India. And as things stands, it's Netherlands 3, India 1 at half time.
Ta pause der på 3-1 til en lang håper du kjøper snacks eller noe å drikke her på stadion i vår kiosk.
ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ వచ్చింది ఆయన తేలిన నేను బయట వచ్చా నా గ్రౌండ్ వచ్చా అది ఫోన్ మంచిగా
These are the first half stats: 72-8, 28 ball possession in favor of Netherlands, 17 shots taken, 8 of them on target. India yet to win a corner. Netherlands have won 5 in the first half. They dominated against India in each and every department. So at half time, it's Netherlands 3, India 1. Do not go anywhere. We'll come back after the short break with the second half.
సన్న 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 అందులో వచ్చింది వేరే వచ్చింది వస్తుంది సార్
So, welcome back, and you are watching the Open Nordic Football Tournament live on Indian football team's official YouTube channel. And India taking on Netherlands in their opening game of the tournament. They are trailing by 3 goals to 1 at half time. The players have made their way onto the pitch as we get ready for the second half. It's been a pretty one sided affair so far. Netherlands scoring two very quick goals within the first 10 minutes, and India pulling one back against the run of play via their number 7 Neha. That joy was short lived before the Netherlands number 4 Verley scored a pile driver from 35 yards out. That was an astonishing strike. Currently, the things stands at 3-1 as we get ready for the second 45 minute. For the Indian team, more than results, what matters the most is the experience of playing in this competition.
Substitution by the Indian team Nordic.
India making a change as well. Their second substitution of this game as the number 6. Shajalia comes on, and we are underway with the second half then. And the team in orange Netherlands will be operating from the left to right of your screen, and the team in blue India operating from the right to left. And straight away on the attack is the women's in blue. It was a low cross, didn't reach the 18-yard box, cleared away much before that. Thomas Denby must have addressed the mistakes which these young girls have committed in the first half, and will be expecting for a better showing compared to the first 45 minutes. Brought on Naketa, she's got the experience. She played in the Hero Indian Women's League this season.
Come back there.
Sajalia, the number 6, she will marshal that hole in front of the back four. Be the side's a protective screen. An interesting run there from Anisa. Just dragging an Indian centre back out of possession. The silky skills there from a central area. And plays it to the left.
Someone needs to go to start press, Kayon.
Only 2 left behind. 9 orange shirts inside India's defensive third. They've got a lot of options. There's a player available between every blue shirt. Lots of options and outlets for this Dutch team whenever they go forward. Whenever they are in possession of the ball. A shooting chance here. Just to whisk us away from nestling into the top corner. An excellent passage of play from Netherlands. A swift exchange of passes. Cut opens the goal mouth and very nearly scored the fourth one for the Dutch national team, who was the number three Rene. Might be a breakaway move for India. Wide on the far right. Two blue shirts waiting in the box. The third one is arriving. Tidy defending from Netherlands. The first corner kick of the game for India. 3 minutes into the second half. All the blue shirts in queue, looking to get on the end of this lower trajectory ball. It was low and hard for a blue shirt to control. Bodies on the line kind of stuff from the Dutch defenders. Another corner for India. Back-to-back corners. Some positive signs at least in the second half from this Indian team in trying in their efforts to make something happen. And trying to adjust. The bounce has been given as a handball. Free kick for Netherlands. Between the lines, smart pass. Van Egmond twisting and turning. So wonderful ball. Flag stays down. Wrong foot, Astamorao. Beats our man for pace. And now by the yard for a cross in. This time defended by the girls in blue. The shot comes right back in. Well managed in the end by Melody Chanu. A shot from 22 yards out. They held up nicely in the end. Now clipped over the top. And defend the back line of Netherlands perfectly placed. It is a back three, of course, with the central defensive, the two full backs pushing up, providing width, creating passing options in the middle, and the defensive midfielder slotting in between the space created by those two centre halves spreading out wide. Most of the time, while going forward, it is a 2-4-1-3 system. With Verley and Rene holding the lines. And then comes a midfield four. With the number 18 being the attacking midfielder. And the front three. So clinical for this Dutch team. Slightly wasteful giving away the ball in that kind of an area. Trying to recover. And now scampers away with the ball is Nitu. Naketa. Muscled away. Astamorao. And close on him was Anissa. That was a challenge from behind, and referee awards a penalty kick to Netherlands. Straight away points to the spot, and that is why challenges in that kind of an area got to be made with a lot of care. It was a clumsy challenge, make no mistake, a tackle from behind. Lucky to get away with a card. Penalty for Netherlands then. Here's the number 4, Verley. She will be taking this big test for Melody Chanu. Already beaten once via her long-range free kick. Can Melody Chanu perform some heroics between the sticks for India this evening here? Here goes Verley for 4-1, and she slots it into the bottom corner this time. The keeper did guess the right way, but the ball was struck with tremendous power. Look at that. Increase the pace on the ball.
No reason to take it out there. Be
And the
cool.
ball flashes into the back of the net. Even the best goalkeepers in the world can't get there. Perfectly timed shot by Verley.
Cross in.
And it's 4-1 in favor of Netherlands. Verley with a brace now. Play called back. Referee seen something which he didn't like. Just remonstrating with the players. Wonderful nutmeg. Excellent recovery. There's the through ball. Just managing to get first. Asta Morao. Just trying to mind Van Edgen on the left hand side. Anjali was waiting, but Rene gets there first.
Action! Purnima, send it back so we can go forward again. Melody, wait. Yeah, what are you doing? You have to take to do it. You can just stay there.
Thomas Deneby just asking Purnima to not go way up.
Yeah, if you're not fighting, they will head it back. Put the defenders on the yeah. Need to fight for it.
Watching this Indian under 17 team play is also a lesson in coaching. It's not kick and rush. A clear pattern is emerging in the second half. And look at the way India plays.
Nita, look behind your back. And we need to go to press, otherwise they can play
was an acrobatic try. The Indian defence has stood firm on this occasion. The number 7, she is on the run. First time ball delivered into the box and almost getting on the end of it was Kajol. A very brave goalkeeping from Brenda. Just anticipating the danger. She was called into action just when she was supposed to. Almost smelling the danger. Netherlands number 1 and managing to get there before Anjali. It was an excellent cross from the left by Neha, the goal scorer for India in this game. It was an early ball sent in. Zonal marking to Van Egmond. Whenever she's getting on the ball, you can see a couple of blue shirts onto her very quickly. And you're just realizing that Van Egmond is the Netherlands' creative force. And plan 1 will be to minimize her threat. She's been very impactful already in this game, just like their number 4, Verley. Having a decent game in defense, Verley, and also pushing up and helping at the side by scoring goals. They have improved on their ball possession. It's 68-32. An excellent turn of pace. Now trouble for India. And finally Naketa bailing her defensive partner out of that sticky situation. It's still not cleared though. When it comes to physicality, the Netherlands team always having an upper hand, and that is quite the obvious. Rennie, she was looking long, thought about switching it to the far left, and thought the otherwise. She was creating play from behind, spraying those passes. And now into the path of Anisa. Low cross comes in, just couldn't clear. The first player at the near post. And no elevation on that cross this time around. Look at that. There's the gap. Keeper is slightly advanced. Now she's tracking back. Those two in orange covering the run of Kajal. Very quickly, they're playing the ball out from the back. Too much pace on the pass, eventually eluding everyone. Trickles out for a goal kick.
Yellow card.
She was slightly held back, rightly spotted by the referee, and pulling out a yellow card as well. Free kick for India. Placing the ball in the center circle is Naketa. She will look to go direct, take route one, pump this one straight inside the penalty area. And just hope for some kind of flick on from someone, and that was the plan, as you can see. And now falls to the number 8, Anita Kumari. Her first touch letting her down. I should have taken it first time on the rise. Just tried to range it. And that is where she faltered. There's another inviting cross. The slightest of touch would have done the trick. Goal number 5 was almost loading for Netherlands. And somehow that hasn't gone in. That's the confirmation of the yellow, the number 18, Jasmine.
Go on the tennis side, Taylor. Go there, go there.
The inside completely outclassed so far by this Dutch team. They are one of the top sides in the world when it comes to women's football.
Very good defending us now.
We just saw how the senior team plays in the UEFA Women's Euro Cup, which is going on at present. One more change then. And this time it's the Dutch team making a substitution. There is the number 8 getting ready to come on. Amelie. Amelie is the player coming on from Netherlands. This is looking promising for Netherlands. Might be an head in opportunity, and it has gone before delivering it. A diving header from behind goes into the back of the net, and Melody Chan was beaten at her near post. Could have done much better with that, but it was a header from close range, and it has eventually gone in. This was the cross, well measured, and then that placement, immaculate placement, in fact. And it's 5-1 in favor of Netherlands. We are into the last quarter of the game then. The scoreline still remains the same. No such altercations. The Netherlands just added on to the three in the first half. A couple of goals in the second. Still 14 minutes of regulation time remaining in this game. Just toying with this Indian side. Just giving them a lesson in passing. She was stripped from behind illegally by Yasta Morao. So free kick for Netherlands. And this was a challenge. She almost went past Yasta Morao. That was Neha, in fact. It's Ledema's free kick. Not getting the elevation. Cleared by the Indian wall, and now they can pull forward. There's the number 12, Sheila Devi. She's just come on, and now getting involved is Neha. 2v3 on that left channel, and always having numerical advantage. There's a Netherlands side against India, just tactically outmaneuvering this young Indian team. They're gaining a wonderful experience with this young side. And this exposure trip will do them a world of good ahead of the Under 17 World Cup in terms of increasing their confidence, in terms of fighting neck to neck with the best players in the world. And the ball was curled towards the near post. And that was the take. Quite a few yards between the goal. No nonsense clearance there. They're just struggling to hold on to the ball, looking to play direct. Netherlands come again. And that touch almost helping the team in orange. In the last 10 minutes then of this game. Excellent reverse ball. A chance for another cross, another header. And almost an action replay of the fifth one. And look at that, those two combining once again down the right flank, and that was the header from the edge of a 6-yard box. This time I couldn't quite keep it down. Just went flying over the crossbar. Sangi here comes on for India, the number 32. Against Shubangi just making sure nothing comes off it. 1 more attack, one more chance, and it goes begging. The last touch coming off an Indian player. Nasta Morao is that. 7 minutes of regulation time remaining. India would want to end this way. India would look to avoid letting in any goals from here on. As the first time cross comes in, keeper spills it, and the offside flag immediately went up. Now racing down the centre. Jade Van. Options on the edge of the area, goes into a scoring position. Tussle for the ball. One more cross. Beautifully defended this time. Melody's the clearance. Not too long though.
Take the ball!
And they're just waiting for this to end. 3 minutes of final rights. Goal on her side. Good stop. No power on that shot. And it also took a slight deflection off in the blue shirt.
Celia! Come on now!
Straight to a blue shirt. It's a very uncharacteristic loose pass from this Netherlands side. Now India striding forward. And the defender got in the way successfully, shielding the ball out for a goal kick. That challenge nicely won. And tried to square it to her strike partner on the left. That was Sheila Devi. It was a bright idea, but couldn't execute it to perfection and almost broke free for her.
Celia! Get somebody! Go there! Offside!
Hung up at the back post. Danger is still lurking though. A shot from distance again. Straight into the safe pair of hands of Melody. That was the attempt. Went straight at her. Neither side could have been challenging. What a ball this is from an angle now. And the keeper comes out on top, gets enough of the ball and smothers it. Excellent stuff. Nice disguise pass. Keeper just coming out and narrowing down the angle. We are in traditional minutes 10. And so that's the full time whistle. It's been a great afternoon for the Dutch team up against India in the opening game of the tournament. Lots of lots of positives to take from this Indian team from this particular game. The result hasn't gone their way, but lots of things they must have learned from this particular game. And the only silver lining for them is that goal scored by Neha on the 12th minute mark. But defensively, they got to be a bit more solid. It's been a landslide victory for Netherlands as they start off their campaign with a 5-1 win against India. These are the match stats. Netherlands dominated in each and every department. Look at the number of shots taken 30, 16 of them on target. Wonderful conversion rate as well. 6 corners, 7 fouls. India winning just to 1 corner in the second half. Failed to make anything productive from that particular opportunity. So thanks for joining us and goodbye.